Chapter 388. There was something he wanted to say, but he did not dare say it. "Aren't you just the useless son-in-law of the Richard family, the famous piece of trash?" When Alex saw that Albert did not dare to speak up, he smiled before he said, "You must think that I'm just a stinky piece of trash, right?" Albert did not dare to answer. Alex smiled slightly before he said, "To tell you the truth, I'm the young lord of the Anderson family in Westcliff, and I'm also the chairman of Diamond Group. Do you think your family could possibly be more powerful than mine?" Albert was terrified at this time. The Anderson family? Wasn't that the most wealthy and powerful family in the country? Why? Why would the young lord of the Anderson family in Westcliff come to Orris Hill to become the son-in-law of the Richard family? Albert could not understand this fact at all, and he said, I don't understand at all. If you really are the young lord of the Anderson family, then why are you willing to stay as the useless son-in-law of the Richard family? Why are you willing to get criticized and ridiculed by everyone? You could easily make the Richard family kneel before you with a snap of your fingers. Everyone in Orris Hill would bow before you. Alex replied in a calm manner, "Well, mortals aren't qualified to see the true face of the dragon, and there is no need for the dragon to reveal its true identity." After that, Alex looked at the time before he said, "All right then, it's almost time, Albert. Hurry up and catch up with your father before he goes too far away. Perhaps you'd be able to catch up with him and keep him company." Albert started crying out in fear, but Alex did not give him a chance to say anything at all. Alex simply stood up before he grinned at Albert and commanded, "Thunder, come." There was a loud bang, and after the frightening thunder and lightning, Albert left this world, filled with regrets. He had already turned into ashes completely, and there was no trace of him left in this world. Alex looked at his wife and mother-in-law, who were still fast asleep, before he took out his cell phone and called Stephen. As soon as the phone call was connected, Alex quickly instructed, "Stephen, I'm at the Riverside Villa. Please bring a few men and cars with you. Make sure to bring some gasoline too." Stephen quickly replied, "All right, Mr. Anderson. Don't worry, I'm already on my way." About 10 minutes later, Stephen arrived at the Riverside Villa with a group of people. Alex asked them to drive the cars into the courtyard before he said to Stephen, "Give me your car. I want to take my wife and mother-in-law home. I want you to set fire to this villa and burn it down to the ground." Stephen nodded before he opened the door of his car for Alex. After that, Alex placed his wife and mother-in-law in the back seat before he told Stephen, "Speak to the media and tell them not to make any reports on this matter." "All right, Mr. Anderson," Stephen agreed immediately. Alex drove away from the Riverside Villa before he returned to his house in the city. After the car stopped downstairs, he gently woke his wife and mother-in-law up. As soon as they had both woken up, they were still worried and filled with fear. However, when they saw that they were sitting in the car and Alex was looking at the both of them with a concerned expression on his face, they were both a little shocked. Emma quickly asked, "Alex, what happened? Why are we here? Where's Albert and his father?" Alex smiled faintly before he said, "They've already fled out of fear because they're guilty of the crime of kidnapping. The police are hunting them down now." "Ha!" Emma exclaimed as she said, "How did you manage to escape with both of us?" Alex replied, "I called the police before I went to the Riverside Villa. When they were about to kill me, the police arrived at the scene. The father and son were both so afraid that they started to make their escape immediately. I guess they would never dare to return to Orris Hill." When Emma recalled how courageous Alex was when he dashed to the Riverside Villa to save her, tears welled up in her eyes and she said, "Dear husband, thank you." Alex smiled as he said, "Why are you being so polite with me? I'm your husband, and this is what a husband should do for his wife." For Alex, everything that he did was worth it as long as he could hear Emma thank him, her husband.